Good evening. The news summary for this Thursday, 22nd July. There are 769 active COVID 19 cases, which totals up to 17,747 cases registered by the Ministry of Health up until yesterday, and a total of 89 deaths from the virus. Of the 769 active cases, 700 are on Mahé, 56 on Praslin, and 13 on La Digue. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gédéon, says that the 7-day rolling average shows a decrease in cases over the last few weeks.
We can see the downward trend in number of cases reported generally. But it is also important to note that we are not at the level of pre-surge transmission level. We are yet to get there. We anticipate that it will take us a couple more weeks. Removing preventive measures too early can be catastrophic and have a very negative effect. It's better we spend more effort making sure that the outbreak is better controlled before we can start thinking of relaxing some of the measures.
The Seychelles trading company STC has said that even though there has been a delay in the shipment of the products for a couple of weeks, it still has a sufficient stock of essential goods to last until the end of the year. The acting chief executive officer of STC, David Jean-Baptiste, said this situation would not have a negative impact on the price of essential goods. He says the delay in shipment is being felt globally due to the recent congestion in the Suez Canal, which is a major trading route. Mr. Jean-Baptiste also said STC is looking for space for an enlarged stock that will last for more than 6 months.
This delay in shipment will not have any effect on the availability of essential commodities in Seychelles. Reason being, STC has a principle of stocking essential commodities. For example, dry goods is being stored for a period of 4 to 6 months. And because of this storage principle, we are okay with all basic commodities up until December. And the delay that is being experienced right now is a 1.5 month delay.
The National Biosecurity Agency says the 2 insects previously thought to be locusts have now been identified as a less invasive grasshopper, commonly known as bush cricket. They were 2 males still alive who usually eat insects and small amount of plants similar to those native in Seychelles. NBA says they took every measures to ensure there were no other insects that could have escaped their attention, but if any did, it would not be a devastating effect. The insects were found in a variety of fruit and vegetable consignment at the airport cargo terminal, which came aboard a Turkish airline from Turkey on Tuesday morning. The perishable consignments were released yesterday to the local importers who had gone through all the required procedures, but the authority says action would be taken with the airline as it is their responsibility to ensure no insects get in any consignment once in their hands. The CEO of NBA, Mark Niken, says the agency is liaising with 3 other countries to ensure they have identified the right grasshopper.
We caught 2 insects belonging to the family Orthoptera, and studies have been conducted. Prior to that, we had to do a complete fogging of the cargo terminal and the airport premise to ensure that whatever insect that might have come alongside with the 2 that were caught could not escape further than the airport premise. And after the fogging, we released the cargoes to the importers, and we identified those 2 insects as the Diptychus albifrons belonging to the Autoptera family.
The Executive Secretary for Basel, Rotterdam and Stockholm Convention at the United Nations, Professor Rolf Payet, paid a courtesy call on President Ruvel Ramkalawan at State House this morning. The President welcomed Professor Payet on his visit in the country and commended him as the most senior United Nations official who is a Seychellois. The head of state thanked him for the significant contribution he is making to global environmental protection and advocacy. The discussions centered on the University of Seychelles and education in Seychelles, Seychelles conservation and protection policy and strategy, Seychelles renewable energy policy and strategy, and governance at this most important era of our history. Professor Rolf Payet has been the Executive Secretary for Basel, Rotterdam and Stockholm Convention at the United Nations since October 2014, and he is based in Geneva. That's the end of this news summary. Pleasant evening.